Okay, we can do predictions. Let me change that to thing. Bam. Predictions.
Yeah. I've got the card. Let me just check real quick if any more competitors have been announced for the Battle Royale. No, my list is still up to date. That's wonderful.
I have 8 matches in total on my end for prediction wise. What about yourself?
I've got an Excel sheet so I can actually note down and see and compare who's better at the end.
It's not including the Battle Royale. I don't really count it as a match because it's not traditionally,
Let's start in the order we can find the matches on Wikipedia. First off, Britt Baker versus Big Swirl Tooth and Nail match. What's your prediction, John?
Britt Baker.
I'm actually going with a Big Swole out of this, based only on the fact that that she was attacked on the Go Home show. That's kind of the WWE thing, to get your heat back, then you win.
So
I'm predicting that she will put Britt Baker in a dumpster. It's gonna happen. That's why it's cinematic.
So my prediction is Britt Baker, because she's just coming back off injury, needs to get her heat back before she goes into a program with Hikaru Shida. Plus, she'll have Reba get involved, which will be almost like a 2-on-1 scenario. They'll give her the advantage.
Awesome. Next is Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara. False count anywhere. If Hardy loses, he leaves AEW.
I am going to do the controversial opinion. I'm going to say Sammy Guevara.
Yeah, that's my pick as well.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm thinking they want to put over Sammy. This is basically the third match in the series. They're 1-on-1 right now. And like the Matt Hardy isn't clicking the way he's clicking. And I just think they will work around this. They could bring him back as Damascus. Remember when he first debuted in AEW? Yes. Damascus. Yeah.
It's like that thing where like Cody's technically not allowed to go for the big title at some point, but I know that the 4 Horsemen angle that'll happen, they'll remove the stipulation. Go, we'll let you go for the title. Come at me. Like one of them will get the title, and Cody will finally be able to get that title by going through the 4 Horsemen. So nothing's ever forever in wrestling. We know this. Next one.
Jurassic Express versus Young Bucks.
I think it's the Bucks.
So do I.
Reason why I think it's the Bucks, because I think they're going to need to try and get the Bucks ready for what's to come. I feel like this whole pay-per-view is going to be built around the 4 Horsemen. I feel like the lasting impression is that the 4 Horsemen are finally going to be here, and we need to start getting both battle lines drawn. And you can't have your
might very well be, yeah.
I feel like you can't get the battle lines drawn if the opposite team is looking like a shambles more so than it already is.
Yeah. Actually, we're kind of in agreement of most of that so far.
Our biggest one has been the Britt Baker one so far.
Yeah. I think we will have the same pick on the next one as well, which is Dark Order. That is Brody Lee, Colt Cabana, Evil Uno, Stu Grayson versus Matt Cardona, Scorpio Sky, and Natural Nightmares. Yeah. Why do you have the Dark Order?
Because it's got the TNT champion in there. They're white hot. They're finally getting their feet off the ground, and it's clearly a spot holder match.
Yeah. And they just have to keep the momentum going now, you know? Like Brody Lee is hot on his heels. Just keep him going strong.
Yeah, my prediction is they're going to feed Matt Cardona to Brody, because Matt Cardona is going to go for that title at some point.
Interesting. Next one of the most interesting matches, I think, is the 21-man Casino Battle Royale. Winner gets a world title shot. I'm going to run down the names that have been officially announced so far. Mm-hmm. Darby Allin, Lance Archer, the Taz Express, that is Ricky Starks, and Brian Cage. We have the Eddie Kingston gang, which is Eddie Kingston, Pentagon Jr., Ray Phoenix, The Butcher, The Blade. We have Sean Spears. We have Billy Gunn. We have Austin Gunn. We have Jake Hager, Santana, Ortiz. We have Chuck Taylor, Trent, and we have 4 to be announced.
4 to be announced. I feel that one of these 4 is definitely going to be the winner. I feel like you have the same opinion here again. And I'm just going to say it right now, where you say it, I'm gonna say Miro.
Don't you? I told you that was my pick. That was my idea.
It's not your idea. It's the most speculated and very much widely assumed opinion on the IWC at the minute. You look at even Wrestle Talk right now, and everyone is speculating that. It makes the most logical sense.
First, okay.
So it's a logical pick right now. And of all the free agents around, Miro is the most obvious choice.
Oh, what about Eddie Kingston is definitely going to win? He's all playing them.
No. My fault.
That was your angle.
No. You misquoted me there. I said that Eddie Kingston will be in the last three using the other people. If you're going to quote me right.
Yeah, I'm just remembering. You said that. Yeah, okay, fine.
Right,
can
next
we find
one.
disagreement anywhere here? Hikaru Shida with his Thunder Rosa for the AEW Women's Championship.
It's Hikaru Shida. You know who's winning this.
Should we make a no contest also eligible for a pick?
If you want to, go for it. Definitely. Like, it's the one match I think a no contest could happen, but I think that Hikaru Shida is going over clean.
I mean, title retention is a given, I feel like.
Yeah.
I
feel it's
one way or another, but probably Shida will go over.
I think over clean. FTR versus Kenny Omega and Adam Page. We already know where this is going.
I'm going to disagree.
You think Kenny and Adam are going to retain?
Yeah.
Oh, okay then. Right. What's your logic?
Here's why. We're thinking FTR is going to win, and what's the next pay-per-view? Something with gears, Full Gear.
Yeah,
that's going to be the Bucks match. Bucks versus FTR for the tag belts. No. The Bucks will challenge for the belts, but they will win them off Kenny and Page. That's my galaxy brain level prediction.
We'll see how our galaxy brain works out on Sunday morning when I get a message from you saying they didn't.
They will stretch out this feud for a year. It will be a year-long feud, and they will finally clash at Double or Nothing 2021.
Oh, I think it'll be a year-long feud, but I think it'll be a year-long feud with FTR for those belts. That's the key difference. So the next one. I don't know if we'll have this.
Jericho. Sorry?
I don't know if we'll have the same on this next one. I don't think we'll pick the same. This one, I think we'll probably pick very differently.
Interesting.
I think, although now that I said that, now I think we won't. I don't know. I don't know where your head's at with this one.
Are we talking about the Chris Jericho versus Orange Cassidy match?
Yeah.
The logical thing would be for Orange Cassidy to win, and he's going to win by throwing Jericho into the Mimosa, so he isn't pinned and doesn't lose as much. That would be the smart pick. I can see Jericho winning, but I'm going with OC because he puts him over so much.
Yeah, I think it's Orange Cassidy as well.
Okay. Mox versus MJF for the heavyweight title. Let me go first. You went first for the entire card. I'm going first. Non-controversial. Mox retains.
How long has he had the belt?
Since the Revolution, that was in February.
I don't know. Let me think. Let me tell you why I don't know. Because the belt is always best when the babyface is chasing. And I just don't think they want to take the shine off MJF yet. I think MJF's going to win because I think Wardlow's going to be a major factor in this.
Interesting. My thinking is that Mox will hit the paradigm shift behind the ref's back and win off that, and so MJF can claim he still hasn't lost.
We'll see. I feel like Wardlow's going to play a heavy role in this here, and I think Wardlow's gonna pay dividends to MJF getting that title.
Yeah. Let's answer chat real quick. Dean says, I think MJF will win with help of Wardlow. Justin is of my opinion too soon for MJF. Mox retains. Maybe Wardlow throws in the towel for MJF and throws him. That's something I've been thinking. Maybe Cody screws MJF over. Cody returns, screws MJF in a mirror of their Full Gear match.
Is that possible though? Considering he's not technically in his corner, is that legally?
I mean,
would that be a legal move for him?
Literally throw the towel in. He just comes in and hits a Cody cutter, or crossroads, whatever on MJF. I don't know.
I think MJF's winning. I feel like people say it's too soon for MJF, but
yeah,
this company needs to start making some statistics. And MJF winning that title would have the youngest ever AEW champion statistic for many a year. The one thing that's kind of marred AEW is quite a bit is that all of their champions are ex-WWE guys, and I feel like they need a proper born-bred champion that's not an ex-WWE guy in the singles division. And technically, if MJF does that, that's the first one. They need. I feel like that's a stigma that's still on them, and they need that.
I can see that, but yeah, it's going to be really interesting tomorrow night.
Yeah. I'm still in two minds if I'm going to be up for it or not. I'm going to try, but there's no guarantees. Dean just did ask a little bit further back there. Who do you think the Four Horsemen will be? Obviously FTR. Then we'll have Sean Spears, and I think after a while we'll see Adam Page join for emotional manipulation on FTR's behalf.
Yeah, throughout doing the show, I've speculated a lot. Maybe Sean Spears is a red herring. I've speculated that maybe Cody could be part, or that instead of Adam Page, Kenny joins. That would be interesting as well. It's all been a ruse.
The only thing that makes me think that Cody won't is because he's so diametrically opposed to Tully. Tully hates the Rhodes family that much, and I think there's too much bitter blood there.
But the Arn Anderson connection with FTR.
But he left. He was pissed off. He's like, I'm not getting involved in this. As soon as that segment where Sean came out, he's like, I know where this is going. I'm getting out of Dodge. I'm not dealing with this at all. And you got to bear in mind that Arn Anderson was laid out by Brody as well. I think his attention's way more on Brody at this point than he'd be on on those guys.
Yeah, like I said, those were just wild predictions that I threw out there. The lineup you mentioned is probably the safest pick.
Yeah, it's wrestling's amazing because it can be either really easy to predict or incredibly difficult. There's never an in between. It's very Marmite, either is or isn't. But yes, I think that's our predictions, guys. Obviously, if you want to see us do more predictions for every card we do, we can do that there. We can schedule these in. It'll be once a quarter, of course, because we work on quarter pay-per-views. It's not like...
No, dude, you know what we can do? We could predict AEW Dark. I'm glad that landed.
Yeah, okay. Watch me get 99% of it right each week.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, sometimes they have a real match on there, you know.
Sometimes it's not enough, though. Jesus Christ.